Hi and welcome to the Creative Treehouse. My name is Robin Broom and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Thanks so much for joining me in the Treehouse. Today we have a project that is really cool. Of course, I think all the projects are really cool, but this is a fun fold birthday card, and I sort of cased one of the paper pumpkins. I think it might have been July or August, don't remember. Anyway, I thought it was just a really cool fun fold, and I wanted to make one very similar using other products, and so this is what it is. And so you've got a ribbon tie, and that opens, and then you take it and you bring it out like that. Is that not cool? Oh my goodness, just love it. Love all the candles. Super fun. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make one that's very, very similar to this one. So, and here, I guess I do have here's the one for the paper pumpkin, and it was like that. So this is the one. I don't have the little tie thing, but anyway, I decided to put paper here and change things up a little bit. So let's get started, and I'll go through all the measurements and things that you'll need. Those will also be on my blog, which is creativetreehouse.blog. Let me back it up just a little bit, back out, so you can see it, because it's a big piece of paper. All right, so I started with a piece of Misty Moonlight, and it is 11 inches by 3 3/4 inch. And then I scored it at 10, at 6 1/2, 4, and 1 1/2. So again, 10, 6 1/2, 4, and 1 1/2. And then you'll also need another piece, because this one is the actual one is way too long. It's longer than a 12 inch. So we are going to use another piece of Misty Moonlight right here. And this one will be 3 3/4 by 3 7/16. And the reason for that is you need just a little bit of room to be able to fold it. So that is the deal on that. Okay, and so we've got those two done. Again, don't forget they'll be on my blog. And then where we're going to write will be a piece of basic white, and it is 3 3/4 by 3 1/2. And then we need a designer series paper. This designer series paper came from a country lace, and it's got really, really cool things. But this particular one, I just like this kind of a denim look. And you'll need one piece that is, and I don't have my other one, do I? This, a larger piece. Actually, you'll need 3 pieces. Okay, so these are going to go on the folds, and this one is 3 1/4 by 3 1/2, and this one is 3 by 3 1/4, and this one should measure. We've got the a card base, the background piece, which is this one, which is just your 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. So this piece is 5 1/4 by 4. So we've got all of those, and then we've got a tag, and you can make the tag different ways. I made one like this out of Misty Moonlight and the basic white, and this was cut from the Unbounded Love die, and the tag itself, the Misty Moonlight one, is 2 1/2 by 1 1/2, and if you had a basic white piece that was 2 1/4 by 1 inch, that would be enough to be able to use the die. And this stamp was used, it was also from that Unbounded Love set, which is really cool, and that's what's on the outside. So I think that might be all of the main pieces, except for our candles. Now our candles, I used a pack of the, what is it called? I'll write it on there. I can't remember it right now, but anyway. Oh well. You could use any kind of scraps, but I was using, it's a DSP pack that's a 6 by 6 inch, and I basically did just 1/4 of an inch And I did just a few of them that were just teeny tiny bit skinnier, and I varied the lengths between 2 1/4, 2 1/2, and 2 3/4. And so anyway, so you've got all of these, and then as far as you've got all those candles to choose from, and then as far as the tops of the candles, I ended up using, I found one that was really cool that I don't have that has stars, and it is a forest one. I don't recall the name, but there is one that is, these are actually a set of 3, and I'll have to look that one up too as to where the dies came from. I glanced real quickly, couldn't remember. It's actually not stars, it's actually the center of flowers, but there's 3 of them, which is cool. And this one came from the Decorative Trees in the new mini catalog, and of course there's just one, so you have to, my candles ended up being about 16, 17 per card, so you'd have to run it through a bunch of times. So, but anyway, so I kind of used a combination of those, and there is one about a forest that has some stars that would probably be perfect, and you wouldn't have to run dies through the machine all that much. All right, let me slide all of this out of the way, and we will kind of get started here. All right, so this is the piece, this is the 1 1/2 part, and that's the one that's going to tuck up under our other piece right here. So we're going to fold it. Let me grab my bone folder. We're going to fold it here, and then we're going to fold it back here. So you're just going to go back and forth like an accordion. Make sure I did this correctly. Yes, okay. So, and then this one, like I said, is going to go, so it'll look like that, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and glue this on here. Check and see if my glue bottle is going to cooperate today. I'm just going to put some liquid glue here. All right, and get that down. And again, it's just a little bit, but it's a 1/16 of an inch shorter because of the folds, okay? There we go. And now we're going to put candles here. Actually, let's go ahead and put all of our DSP pieces in. And, oh, I think I forgot one of the DSP pieces to tell you about. Okay, so I've got the larger one, and I'm going to put that, add some liquid glue to it, and we're going to put it here. Like so, and then this one will go right here. And I liked it, but I wanted a little bit more color, so I did add more to it. And I think I didn't tell you those measurements because I decided that it looked better with the colors right in here instead of just completely plain. So I have my colors, and they are just 1/4 of an inch smaller. So I may have told you, but anyway, so this one is 3 1/2 by 3 1/4, and this one is 3 by 3 1/4. So again, all the same DSP that the candles came from. So we'll adhere those real quickly, and then we've got all of our bases done, and we can begin with some of the candles. So that's what that looks like. Okay, like so. All right, now we get to start putting the candles together. Let me slide all of my candle stuff over here, and let's see. I think I'm gonna, and it doesn't matter. It's just you get to kind of just create as you go. So, but I will tell you one tip: you don't want to make them go too close to the edge right here because your star is gonna hang over. So you, and it is good to vary the heights on there. And I think I can show you why. I think I have one somewhere where I made them all. Oh, this one. All right, on this one I made them all the same, and I didn't really care for it. They're all almost all lining up, and I also used just the bigger stars. I didn't care for that one as much. I think it looks better when there's a variety. Let's see if this one, yeah, here is the variety to show you the difference, so that they're all going different ways, and the heights are varied as well as the size of the stars. So, all right, I think we'll do this one, and then what other one should we pick? We could pick a, let's do a smaller, I think it needs to be a different color. How about, kind of, I think that would work. So we can put these two down and overlap them and things. So that will be the front of our card. So, and then what I like to use for skinny pieces, little strips, is the liquid glue, but in a, let's see if I did not put the topper thing on it to keep it, there we go, flowing well. All right, and if you are interested in obtaining a bottle like this, it's on my blog and in my favorites, and you just take this and put the Tombow liquid glue in that container. It's awesome, and I like the way it has a really small nozzle so that you don't have just tons of glue going everywhere. I end up with the glue pretty much everywhere. All right, and then I'm just going to put a dot here and a dot here for my tops of my candles, and I'll decide which ones. I think I'll put one. I use my take your pig tool, and I'll put one there. And let's go with one of the medium-sized stars here, like so. All right, and that's that part. Let me move my candles out of the way. A little distracting there. And then we're going to open it up, and all of this section will be candles, and this will be where we'll put our sentiment. And let me grab that. And what I did, I thought it was a current stamp set, but it is not. It is the Beautiful Balloons, and it is a retired stamp set. And I'm going to use this one and this one from that set. Hopefully you have that set, and if not, there's lots of birthday things to choose from. So let's see if I can find, here is the birthday part, and here is the other. So I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight ink for this part. For the curved stamp, I'm just going to set it right in here. Okay, and then I'll move to, I kind of thought it would look really good if it had two colors. It's a little bit complicated on the Happy Birthday because they kind of overlap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get my, this time I'm using the Blueberry Bushel, which is one of the many colors in that set of DSP, the 6x6. I'm just going to get as close as I can right there. And I've tried using sticky notes and everything to try to get, and I'm just kind of leaning over and looking to get it as close as I can. And yes, I'm getting ink everywhere. And then I'm going to use the Stampin' Write markers and kind of fill in a little bit. Be sure not to use the blends because they're alcohol, and you don't want to do that because they will ruin your stamps. So, and on the parts that go up high, I am going to use this, and then we get to use the, what I like to call the Darth Vader technique, to be sure everything didn't dry out while we were checking it all out. So we got that one, and Berry Burst is the color on the top that I'm using. So now I'm just going to make sure we've got, so we can get a little bit of pink in there. All right, I think we have it, or pretty close. All right, let's check it out. I will do the Darth Vader, which is, you could say, cookie. Okay. like so. All right, and that will go right here. And actually, you know what, guys? I did not cut that evenly, so we need to trim that down. I wonder if I said the right directions. I think I probably said it right, but I just didn't trim it correctly. But anyway, it needs to be 1/4 of an inch smaller, so we'll have that like that. All right, and then we just continue on with all of our candles, and you just decide exactly where you would want them to go, and the different sizes, different thicknesses, different colors. Let's see what we haven't used yet. We haven't used one of the green ones, so just kind of, anyway, alternating around. I think this one is a little bit longer. We could use that one. Remember, I'm varying the heights there. And how about a colored one? Let's see which colored one. Is that good? So something like that, about probably 4 on there. And anyway, you're just gonna go back and forth and get as many in as you can. And if you you could make them different sizes, so whatever works. So, and then I am going to I'll speed this up and fill all this in, and then we'll come back and put the rest of it together with the ribbon. All right, let's wrap this up. I finished all of the candles and I trimmed the sentiment, and I decided, you can look, but I think I went ahead and just did it with, instead of Misty Moonlight, I did Blueberry Bushel, and then I just did the whole thing in the Berry Burst. And I guess I was trying to avoid that just because then it, I don't know, to me it looks more like a girl card that way, but that's okay. So I think I like this one better. I hope you do as well, because I'm going to do that one. And I was incorrect on the measurements that I gave you for that, for the white piece, and I will have it correct on my blog. But the correct measurements should be 3 1/4 by 3 1/2 for the white. All right, so then we've got that, and we're going to fold that up. It's looking pretty good. All right, next what we need to do is I'm going to flip it over, and we're going to use dimensionals. And we're going to put, I'm probably going to put about 3 across the top and 3 on the bottom. And then we're going to make a little channel for our ribbon. We're just going to go pretty much right in the center. I think I'll go ahead and do 3, kind of close together for that. And here. Now the ribbon is a retired ribbon that I'm using. There is a new one coming out that I'm excited about that's gold. Let's see, so, but this is, so we just kind of want it to be able to fit into that slot. All right, and now we've got those ready. We'll need the back ready. All right, so we'll put our DSP on top of our base, our Misty Moonlight base, like so. All right, and now let's see if we can kind of get our ribbon situated. And we can take off all of these. And actually, you don't even have to probably take off those right there. The backings, I don't think it would matter. We're using it just pretty much to give it the elevation that it needs. And oh, we can do it. And that's good enough. All right, let's put our ribbon right in here. Flip this over, and we're gonna center that on there like so. Close it up. We're getting close, guys. All right, I think the ribbon was about 16 inches in length. All right, I did the Just For You, and we could, I think I'm leaning towards the circles, because we have a lot of squares and stars and whatever. I think I like the circle the best, but you could use whatever. And there's even one in the Christmas mini catalog that's tags that would also work. So let's see, we'll add a little bit of glue here. I just used a hole punch right here. So turn that right. This is the circle, the outside circle in Misty Moonlight came from the Stylish Shapes, and I believe the white probably is a circle punch from a long time ago. I love circle punches. I love circles. All right, let's get these going in here. Should have done them at the same time. All right, pull that through. I'm going to want it to be over here on the side like that. And now we'll make our bow. And we'll be almost done. All right, let's see if I get that up. I should have brought my tweezers, my reverse tweezers, because that would have been helpful there. All right, get our bow the way we want it, and I can trim the ends. And we've got it, guys. And we've got a really fun card. Again, you can use it to any of the scraps and things that you have. And if that was not enough place to write, you can also flip it over and you could put a piece of white back here, and that would work as well. So that is today's project. What do you think? I hope you liked it. So it's going to basically be like that, all folded up. And that shows you what it would look like with the other one, the other tag. So that is the project. I love fun folds. I just think this is a really cool one. I hope you do too. Please leave a comment and tell me what you think. And also, if you'd like to keep up with the Creative Treehouse and the different events and things that are happening in the Treehouse and online, you can always go to my blog and sign up for my newsletter. And that tells you I have a weekly newsletter that comes out every Tuesday. And it has a calendar of events and things like that. You might be interested in that. But don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you next time in the Treehouse. Bye-bye.